Hello, welcome back to the Great Patriotic War, Gary Grigsby's War in the East. Today we're back in our main campaign, and we're on the air turn. So one of the things that I've been really concerned about in the north is maybe the idea that we could launch a small counterattack on the left flank, which I think we might have enough force to do. The only problem is we have one tank division, and I would like to have multiple. I just think that without multiple and without good air support, it's not going to happen. I also am trying to figure out what planes in terms of air support I have. I do have 19 IL-2s here, so they could do the job. They are ready. So, I mean, we could ground support, like whatever this is, the 8th Army, and try to kill this infantry brigade. I wonder if it's worth it trying that. I also think I might bring in a couple more kind of ground support planes and maybe another group of fighters. I'll bring in some more IL-2s to this air base. Hold on a second. I want it to go to the different air group. Oh, whatever. I can reassign it. It'll take a whole turn anyways. And I want to put these guys under the Baltic. There we go. Let's see, what is best for this kind of mission? Probably rockets. And this is kind of like the mid-range one. Let's try the rockets. We'll get them in there real close. And for ground support, we're going to add the 8th Army. And we're going to add a little bit more space than that just to make sure we get to, let's do 3, just so we can get the front line in there. Okay. Hopefully that does the job. I don't think that we have anyone in range this turn, but next turn, hopefully we do. So if you see, one of the tricks that you can do is if you go show air groups and no fly info, you can see why they can't fly. And here it's just saying everyone's out of range. So we just need to bring a few more planes into range. We'll resupply all their air bases, and maybe we'll bring in one more. Let's get rid of these I-16s, because they're kind of not good. There we go. And let's bring in a better plane type. Because it can't get much worse than I-16s. Okay, we could do the MiGs and the Yaks. It's fine by me. This airbase now is a little bit overstacked, so we can plan to move them over to there. There we go. Alright, so what can the Leningrad Air Command do? They've got a lot more planes available to them. Oh, I did want to do a recon mission as well. Hello? Can I click? What's the deal with this? Is he not under a group, maybe? What airfield is he at? Leningrad Recon Group. I guess that's not his air HQ name. That's weird. It says air group name? Maybe it's case sensitive. Weird. Why can I not find this guy? This guy right here. What is the deal with this? He doesn't have an air HQ. Let's just put him right under the Northwestern Air Command. Alright. There we go. Now it's working. Or not. I've never done a recon mission, so I don't actually know how to do it. Let's see. Recon. Strategic, yes. Target, no. Okay, there we go. And the weather is pretty poor, it looks like. I don't know exactly what it is. But it's not great for flying planes. It's a little muddy. Let's see what the air weather is. Yeah, it is raining. But not heavy rain, it's just light rain. They should be able to handle it. It's definitely starting to get the mud season. Well, we'll see if that flies. The current weather is fair. Okay, so they will fly. Alright, what about the ground attack that I already have ordered? Probably don't want to do that mission right there. Wonder what the flak is on this unit. One. Not bad. Oops. I wanted to hide this. Thinking about maybe hitting this directly. Just to try to soften them up. See how that goes. So there's a unit right next to him as well. I think that'll be a pretty good mission. Let's fly it twice though. Alright, what other directives do we have going on that I need to look at? What's this other one? This is a superiority one. That's the ground attack one we just looked at. And that's ground attack onto the hex behind it. Let's pause that one for this turn. We'll just run the one mission. These are actually division strength over here. Get rid of the flak now. And that's actually a motorized division, so that's a little bit more dangerous. These infantry divisions are pretty healthy here. But this, not so healthy. So it probably won't hit us in a frontal attack at least, which is good. Actually, maybe we can fly that mission. If we do this on day 2. Yeah, let's try that. What are we doing for air superiority? We don't really want to be flying superiority over the bad guys. But we can fly superiority over our rail at least. And our front line. Okay, that looks pretty good. Moscow is still not really doing much yet. Let's see who else is flying missions. Southwestern Air Command is still flying missions. Southern and Western. I don't know why I was flying that, but let's not do that anymore. Can continue flying the air superiority missions because those are good. I'm okay with that attack because that's attacking a rail. So I'll leave that one on. And I'll leave that one on as well, because that could only help us deal with the rail stuff. And then maybe we need another mission to attack the rail behind them. I'm not sure. It'll still be damaged probably, so probably not worth it. We could interdict way back here maybe, if I can have anything in range. Which I do have some long range planes I could fly. It's kind of tempting. So let's target railways and interdiction. Fly some light missions. I'll do it at the end of the week, just for surprise. All right. What else do we want to look at? I did want to look at the Southwestern Air Command here. I think that's still a okay mission. I wonder what oops. So it's saying they have 0 flak here. I think it might be better to try to just schwack this thing. Because theoretically we could bring enough force to at least knock these guys back. Let's try that. We don't need rail yard on. And we don't need railway on. So we just want unit and interdiction. There we go. See how that goes. Maybe we should put on ground support for one of these. Actually, are we not in range of any of these? I think I accidentally just canceled my air directive there. I did, didn't I? I did. Ah, that's okay. What is this one doing? It's air superiority. That ground attack we can change to this thing. Because we don't really need more than one ground attack mission going on this turn. We'll just lose planes that we don't need to be dead. It is flying a bunch of air superiority missions, although I think some of these are not going to have enough planes. Maybe they will. That one should be fine. They're perfectly safe. I guess we'll keep flying that just to protect that rail. And then the Southern Air Command. What are we doing here? By the way, when you see me snapping to the air directive summary, I'm using Shift D. That's how you get there real quick. Did I not build any more airfields in Crimea? feel like we could use one here. Oh, we do have one. Let's bring in some I guess some IL-2s. And they can help a little bit with ground support when they get a chance. They are assigned to the Black Sea Fleet. I want them assigned to Southern. There we go. And I want them to do ground support eventually. Okay. I think everything is pretty good now. So I'm going to click execute. I don't really want to bring anything else in. So let's see how it goes. I mean, we're going to have operational losses just because of the weather. That's kind of unavoidable. We're flying a lot of missions. Lost a little bit to flak. And we are not shooting down anything, so they must have grounded their entire air force. We didn't find anything. Just, that's fine. Perfectly happy to not have to fight. Let's see what that recon did. That's what I'm most interested in. It's under Northwestern Air Command. So we did get double recon in on them, which is great. Unfortunately, we also lost 2 planes. Not so great. Overall, our losses weren't terrible. It's just, you know, operational losses. But we were flying a lot of missions. Looks like overall we did pretty good with our interdiction attempts. They all successfully interdicted, some of them very successfully. This guy also very successful. Pretty happy with that. Yeah, so we got some pretty good interdiction off on them. And we also know that there's a unit here. So that's new. No idea what it is, but... Alright. Well, that does the air turn. So, I guess we'll probably get into the ground turn next time. I'm thinking that I might be able to do the entire front in one video. That's ideally what I want to do. But this one was just kind of a grinding, you know, gotta get through the air stuff. Maybe I'll play a little bit more and see if we can do something on the northern front here. I really don't want to give up these positions, but I'm very tempted because I think this stack is strong enough here to knock this back. But I don't know if it's worth it to waste the combat prep points. I mean, I know we're not strong enough to knock back the infantry divisions. I mean, it's saying 10-2. So that should do the job. Screw it. Let's do it. It worked. Oh my god. Alright, let's try the strat that I talked about last time. So if we move here, let's give him a cav division. And let's see what we can do. See if it works. We didn't have enough troops. Alright, hold on. Let's throw in a rifle division as well. I know this is weakening my defense, but I want to test and see if it's possible. Double retreat. Okay, so it doesn't work exactly the way you would think. Alright, let's get these guys back home. But hey, at least we made them retreat a little bit. Caused some disruption and losses. I just want to look at those battles, figure out what did I do wrong. So this first battle, I lost a ton of men. 586 men. It was 63 to 21. And then I expected this battle to be much different. Maybe it was just a disorganized command. Maybe I should have just attacked with the tank division. Also, the tank division got no artillery support, so that didn't help. I'm wondering if it's worth it, perhaps, to give my tank division here a little bit of more direct ground support. I don't know. Man. Well, at least these guys are 2-1 now. 1-0, 2-1. This rifle division's not that good. I want them to go there. And I guess I will move I can move this cavalry division up there. Put them on a reserve. I think this is one of those lessons where I'm just a little bit too far away from my commander in that battle. And so we didn't get any sort of support. Because he has support. He also could have just done a shit job. You never know. Sobennikov is not the best general in the world. Honestly, just for that failure, I might replace him. Probably should have done that ahead of time, but who is good? I want someone with high morale and high initiative. And is also good at mechanized would be helpful, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he has to. Man, there are some bad generals. How about Petrov? He's not terrible. He's better than the other guy. Sobennikov is not good. And honestly, at this point, Glykov is kind of not good either. He's looking pretty bad. I'm just very frustrated at that battle because I was kind of expecting the second battle to be much more devastating, and it just was not. Like, even in this one, they barely lost anything. At least in this battle, they tried to commit a little bit more stuff. It just failed. So it did damage some of them. I wonder if we were able to hit them with 2 tank divisions instead of 1, I think it would have done the job. But we didn't have 2 available. So maybe that's what I'll do this turn. I will shift the 56th Tank Division over to the 8th Army. I think that makes sense. He's unready, so he cannot rail. Let's see. Is there room on the depot for him? Well, these guys are better. Those guys are not, but we can at least get these guys back on the front line. It's saying that they're 4th Guards Leningrad militia now, but there's no way that they won enough battles to be guards, right? I don't know why they got renamed this turn. I think that shows up in the logistics report, if I remember right. I've been doing a lot of reading about how the guards upgrades work. Basically, you got to win a bunch of battles, and you got to be, you got to have more wins than losses, and then it just upgrades you at some point. I just forget how to show it. It's in the logistics report somewhere. Rename. 51st Rifle Division is renamed to 1st Guards Rifle Division. Okay. Interesting. But it doesn't say anything about that other guy. So where is the 1st Guards Rifle Division? It's in the 9th Army. Actually, we have 2 divisions in the 9th Army that are guards. Oh, they're the ones that are in Odessa. That's funny. That's why they're guards, because they've been fighting since the war began. But hey, they're holding out, I guess. So that's my only guards division now. 12 wins, 0 losses. That's how they did it. But yeah, those other guys are not guards rifles, so I don't know what the hell the GD means. Because usually they write out the whole word guards when it's actually a guards unit. But I don't see anything else about renames. But I could swear that those guys were not called GD units last time. Oh well. I don't really have any divisions that are close to being guards. Well, I guess the 2nd Rifles. Kind of close. I also want to build a fortified unit here. Hopefully that will fort up a little bit. I think it's time to bite the bullet and rail this guy down. It's taken me 3 turns to drive him like a couple 100 miles. It's ridiculous. I want to get him into here, so at least he's in rail range. Whatever. At least he's there now. The idea with this army is, for the 28th Army, I'm going to transfer these tank divisions over to them for the counterattack, which I think will have to happen. If we get knocked back another hex, we won't really be able to do it anymore. But if we can do it in the next few turns with these rifle divisions here, because they already have 1 tank division already in theater. It's just that their rifle divisions are kind of weak, and we don't really have a good back line of reinforcements to bring in. So I mean, I'm gonna let them walk up to the river line and see what happens there. I think they're going to be able to knock this back because they've just got some big infantry divisions. So rather than losing men for no reason, I think I might have to give ground here. I think that would be the place. Yeah, we'll try it that way. See if that works. So now this stack should throw up, hopefully, enough on defense. It says 46, but I doubt that. This guy could actually move up here now. Would be great to get another line going, but I just don't have the troops. But I do kind of want them to come into this area here, because there's a lot of great defensive terrain before they get to the rail. So I'm not too worried about them being able to push all the way through this before winter, so that's a long way to go. I mean, ultimately they're going to have to do a lot of work to get to the big rail. Alright. Well, I think the rest of this northern area, we just have to figure out how we can make some of these hexes a little bit more defensible. It's like this is still unready, which is not good. I do want to get this refitting. Let's give it to the 32nd Army. Could trade them for this division. This is not ready either. Or not really ready. But if they come up through the middle here, we could be screwed. Because this cavalry division is going to do absolutely nothing to slow them down. These divisions should do okay. The cavalry division won't do jack. So maybe I'll reassign this up to Stavka and just drop him back a little bit. Back to the second level. So reassign him to Stavka. And then we will take these two divisions. Move them up one. So now that's pretty defensive. Do we have another division we could bring down? Be great if we did. Oh, I did have another tank division. Damn it. Such a dummy. Oh well. Maybe they'll march him back up sometime. Put these both on reserve. This 9 that's getting put up here is not sufficient, I don't think. But if they do get knocked back, they'll be knocked back into a pretty good terrain at least. It's not the most organized defense, but it's better than nothing, I guess. And I think we're still under our limit. We are fine. Okay. Hopefully they can hold out here. 18 to 23. I don't know. Maybe I should bring down another division. I mean, they have everything they could possibly need. So Klykov better win a few battles for me here. Otherwise, his days are numbered. We'll put it that way. All right. Well, Hopefully the 32nd Army will do better than they did last turn. But I don't think I can really do much more to strengthen this line without sacrificing my second line, which I don't want to do. I guess I could move this guy here, although he's probably... Oops. He probably doesn't really have any construction units. Yeah, because the thing with cavalry divisions is they don't come with organic construction labor squads. So they're not very good at building forts. But this guy should be. He only has one construction unit. Let's change that. We've got plenty to go around. Make sure he has plenty of construction units. Alright. Cool. Let's just quickly check the 8th Army, make sure they're okay. They are. Alright, I think everyone's pretty good. I think the north is done, so next time we'll just do the rest of the line. I just wanted to have a little bit of a ground campaign. The air stuff can be very dry, so a little bit more excitement at the end of the episode. Till next time, see ya.